Listen deeply, think systematically, speak naturally. Because high-level speaking begins with high-level thinking. This is Think in English Framework. Let's begin. Technology gives us answers instantly, but does it weaken our ability to think critically? Today, we will not just answer that question. We will structure it. Do you think social media is affecting people's ability to concentrate? In my view, social media has fundamentally reshaped the way people concentrate, not by eliminating attention entirely, but by altering its structure and endurance. While digital platforms offer unprecedented access to information and communication, they also encourage fragmented focus and reduce cognitive depth, particularly when used excessively. To begin with, the architecture of social media is intentionally designed to maximize engagement through rapid stimulation. Most platforms rely on short-form content, infinite scrolling mechanisms, algorithm-driven recommendations, and immediate feedback systems such as likes and notifications. These features create a pattern of constant novelty. From a psychological perspective, repeated exposure to rapid stimulus trains the brain to expect frequent rewards. As a consequence, sustained attention on slower, cognitively demanding tasks may feel increasingly uncomfortable. This shift is particularly evident in reading habits. Long-form texts require patience, sequential processing, and sustained mental effort. However, individuals accustomed to scrolling through brief videos or condensed posts may struggle to remain engaged with extended material. Instead of deep processing, there is a tendency towards skimming and superficial comprehension. Over time, this may reduce analytical thinking and critical evaluation skills. Furthermore, social media encourages multitasking behaviors. Many users simultaneously watch content, reply to messages, switch between applications, and consume background media. Although multitasking appears efficient, cognitive research consistently shows that frequent task switching reduces productivity and increases mental fatigue. Each switch requires the brain to reorient itself, which disrupts cognitive flow and weakens deep focus. Another important factor is the culture of immediacy. Digital environments normalize instant responses and immediate access to information. When individuals become accustomed to quick answers and rapid gratification, tolerance for delay may decline. Tasks that require gradual progress, such as research, writing, or skill development, may feel disproportionately difficult in comparison. This can contribute to decreased persistence and reduced intellectual resilience. However, it would be overly simplistic to portray social media as purely detrimental. Technology itself is neutral. Its impact depends largely on usage patterns. When individuals consciously structure their digital consumption, platforms can enhance learning. Educational videos, online courses, and intellectual discussions can stimulate curiosity and expand knowledge. In fact, social media can increase exposure to diverse perspectives that might not otherwise be encountered. The critical issue, therefore, lies not in technology itself, but in unregulated engagement. Without boundaries, digital consumption becomes reactive rather than intentional. Instead of choosing when and how to focus, individuals respond automatically to notifications and algorithmic prompts. This reactive pattern gradually conditions attention to become externally driven, rather than internally directed. Moreover, generational differences are worth considering. Younger individuals who have grown up in digital ecosystems may exhibit shorter attention spans, not because they lack intelligence, but because their cognitive habits have developed within environments of constant stimulation. This does not imply irreversible damage. Rather, it suggests that attention is adaptive. The brain adjusts to the conditions it repeatedly experiences. Encouragingly, research on neuroplasticity indicates that attention can be retrained. Practices such as deep reading, focused study sessions, digital detox periods, and mindfulness exercises can gradually rebuild cognitive endurance. Structured routines that separate consumption from creation are particularly effective. When individuals allocate specific time blocks for uninterrupted work, they strengthen their ability to sustain concentration. In conclusion, social media is indeed influencing the way people concentrate, primarily by encouraging shorter cycles of attention and frequent cognitive switching. Nevertheless, this influence is not deterministic. With deliberate awareness and disciplined habits, individuals can maintain and even enhance their capacity for deep focus. Ultimately, technology changes our environment, but our cognitive discipline determines the outcome. Now, let's examine the structure. On the left side, you'll see the keywords. These represent the core concepts behind the argument. On the right side, you'll see the logical flow. Notice how the ideas move step by step, from position to cause to effect, then counterbalance, and finally reflection. This progression creates coherence and analytical depth, which are essential for Band 7 performance. At the bottom, you'll see the summary, a clear evaluation that balances both sides. Take a moment to observe the structure carefully. Structured thinking creates structured speaking. Now it's your turn. Rebuild the argument using this structure: position, cause, consequence, counterbalance, reflection. Pause the video, speak clearly. Do not rush. Focus on logic, not memorization. Now, let's reconstruct the answer. This version is shorter and more concise, but the logical structure remains intact. Listen carefully to how each idea connects. In my view, social media is reshaping the way people concentrate. The primary reason lies in platform design. Short-form content and constant stimulation encourage rapid engagement. As a result, many individuals experience reduced patience and fragmented attention, particularly when dealing with cognitively demanding tasks. However, social media is not inherently harmful. When used intentionally, it can enhance access to knowledge and diverse perspectives. Ultimately, the impact depends on discipline. With structured habits, attention can be preserved and even strengthened. Band 7 is not about complex vocabulary. It is about organized thinking. Listen deeply. Think systematically. Speak naturally. See you next session.